trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
Breaking news this noontime on Hurricane Ian. The storm barreling up the Atlantic as a Category 4, nearing Category 5 strength as it moves in on Florida. Parts of the state already feeling the effects. The outer bands bringing heavy rain, wind, and power outages for thousands. Here's ABC's Justin Finch.
Ian is the strongest September hurricane in 2 decades, and it's poised to rip right through Florida.
We're going to have a catastrophic impact in southwest Florida, but this thing is going to, really barrel across the state. It's going to be a strong storm.
Overnight, the storm passing the Florida Keys, bringing wind, rain, and storm surge. These backyards flooded, residents evacuating through waist-deep water. Nearly 2.5 million people in the state under some sort of evacuation order.
I've been here 45 years, and this is the first time I left for a storm. The water just really scared me, and as well as the path. It was very confusing, and I didn't want to risk it.
At least 5 tornadoes reported, one of them damaging small planes at an airport in Pembroke Pines and uprooting these trees. 26 states sending support, FEMA teams and search dogs being deployed. But officials are warning those staying behind.
After a certain time when tropical force winds are here, we will not be sending out first responders.
And growing concern about Hurricane Ian's intensity. If it makes landfall with wind speeds of 155 miles per hour or more, it would become only the 5th hurricane in U.S. history to do so. Justin Finch, ABC News, Tampa.
And we turn now to our weather as we take a live look outside right now with our sky cam. We are experiencing an absolutely gorgeous fall day here. Chelsea's standing by in the weather center though, and I know, Chelsea, you are tracking Ian.
Yeah, we've been getting more and more frequent updates from the National Hurricane Center with these horrible conditions unfolding for the southwest corner of Florida. You can see the eye of that storm so clearly on the satellite loop there, just to the west of Fort Myers. Winds are sustained at 155 miles per hour. They have been at that range for much of the morning. That's a Category 4 hurricane. A Category 5 hurricane has winds of 157 miles per hour. So we are only 2 miles per hour away from a Category 5 hurricane. Will that happen? Unsure. But either way, Category 4, huge Category 4, small Category 5, the impacts are going to be the same. The storm is moving north-northeast at 9 miles per hour right now, 45 miles to the southwest of Punta Gorda, Florida. Captiva, Sanibel, that whole area. So many people travel down there for vacations, getting just totally rained upon. Wind, the storm surge, all of that really focusing in on that area right now. Again, you can see the eye wall very clearly on the storm tracker radar. Now this is the rain, and if we zoom in, as I mentioned, Captiva, Sanibel, just to the west of Fort Myers and pushing towards the north and northeast very slowly. All of these locations just getting walloped by Ian. The winds are coming in over 60 miles per hour, and there are many spots that as the day progresses will end up with winds coming in over 100 miles per hour. I'll have more on the updated track coming up in just a few minutes. Landfall hasn't happened yet. For us here in southern New England, we are looking at another day of very quiet weather. Mid to upper 60s outside right now as we head through the afternoon, kind of a blend of sun and clouds. Highs hovering around 70 degrees, which is seasonable. Again, I'll have so much more for you in your full forecast in just a few minutes. Doreen?
All right, Chelsea, thank you. And students and parents in North Kingstown waking up to some alarming news that classes are canceled at all public schools because of a threat at the high school. ABC6 News reporter Natalie Norrie pressed officials for answers. She has reaction from local students.
South Kingstown schools taking action early Wednesday morning, canceling the school day for all students K through high school following threats that were made by a student on social media last night. The South Kingstown School District canceled the school day on Wednesday out of caution following threats that were made online the night prior by a student.
I don't think I've heard of a threat in a school around here that would cause a school closing, so this is new to this area.
The community responding to the alarming news, saying times have changed within schools and taking precautions is the right thing to do.
Schools are now doing shooting drills and bomb threats. You know, we used to do fire drills, when I was in school, and now it's certainly changed. So I've heard they're doing those types of trainings.
Students who spent the day at home say the drills have been helpful, but does put them on edge.
It makes me feel like safe because they're practicing it, and it also makes me feel like maybe like a little nervous about it.
South Kingstown police responded to the news at 1 a.m. Wednesday, saying they're investigating and intend on making an arrest for those responsible. The superintendent of schools, Mark Prince, also releasing a statement Wednesday morning, beginning. The administration received reports from several parents and students about an anonymous threat posted on social media.
What do they do with that information? I think they have to do what's right and shut the school down. You can't take any chances.
Students relieved to be in the comfort of their homes during the height of the investigation.
Well, I feel a little nervous because I had a lockdown last year, and it was kind of nerve-wracking.
At this point, we have reached out to the superintendent as well as police to find more information on who might have made these threats, as well as if school will be back in session tomorrow, but we have not heard back yet. We will have more on this story later today on ABC6. For now, reporting in South Kingstown, Natalie Norrie, ABC6 News.
And covering today's headlines now, the trial for a Providence police officer charged with simple assault. John Lugo was off duty when police say he punched his political opponent, Jennifer Rourke, in the face during an abortion rights rally. Lugo's attorneys claim Rourke pushed him first, starting the confrontation. Lugo has pled not guilty. During his trial last month, the judge dismissed a disorderly conduct charge. He is currently suspended from the Providence Police Department. And the RIPTA Board of Directors will discuss the shortage of bus drivers at a meeting today. The transportation company has faced questions after high school students in Providence struggled to catch a ride to class last week. With not enough drivers, RIPTA has canceled routes, leaving students to find an alternative way to school. A RIPTA spokesperson says the board will receive a report on what actions have been taken to better communicate and resolve this issue. That meeting starts at 1:30. And the Providence Public School District looking to fill several teacher positions, hosting a job fair. We told you about this yesterday. We're told more than 100 people were interviewed, and the school department says it hired 77 people for substitute teacher jobs, clerk jobs, and teacher assistants. The Taunton Public Schools will host a forum for parents tonight with the superintendent and the school committee. It's at Friedman Middle School at 6 o'clock. The school department will provide light refreshments for parents. This is the first of a series of planned forums. The next two will come in January and April at different city schools. And good morning, Providence, ABC6 News at noon here with a traffic alert. Starting Thursday night, the DOT will begin shifting the remaining two travel lanes of 95 North onto the new viaduct bridge. Vehicles in all lanes will still have access to the state office's 146 exit. They say drivers should stay in the right lane for the least dangerous and easiest access to those exits. All lanes will continue onto 95 North. The DOT is also planning to have a temporary ramp linking Atwells to the new bridge by early October. Still to come here on ABC6 News at noon, caught on camera. We'll have the latest on the case of a woman suing police in Colorado after she found herself in the back of a police cruiser for a horrific train crash. And later, the changes coming because of Hurricane Ian, why the January 6th committee will move its hearing as the hurricane bears down on Florida. Checking national headlines now, veteran journalist Katie Couric says she's been treated for breast cancer. Couric says she had a mammogram and a sonogram after her gynecologist reminded her she was due for one. That sonogram detected something and a follow-up biopsy determined it was cancer. Couric had surgery in July to remove a tumor. Her radiation treatment ended yesterday. Couric wrote she went public with her experience as a teachable moment, urging women to get their annual mammogram. And now to growing outrage after a young woman says she was seriously injured when police handcuffed her and left her inside a cruiser parked on railroad tracks. The disturbing dashcam video showing the moment that train slams into the vehicle. ABC's TJ Holmes has the details.
The woman who survived this horrific train crash while handcuffed in the back of a police cruiser is now demanding justice.
Dispatch Officer 346, status medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
Authorities say 20-year-old Yarini Rios Gonzalez was being detained for an alleged road rage incident. The police cruiser she was placed in was parked on active train tracks. The police cruiser is smashed and thrown upon impact.
It's incredibly dangerous to park on train tracks. That should have just never happened.
According to her attorney, the September 16th incident left Rios Gonzalez with numerous injuries.
She woke up in the hospital. She has a fractured tibia, a broken arm. She had 9 broken ribs.
The edited 8-minute video released by police begins at 7:49 at night, with police pulling over Rios Gonzalez, stopping her and leaving the police cruiser on the tracks.
Turn around! Turn around! Put your hands up higher.
7:51, with guns drawn, police order her out of her vehicle.
You're coming back to the sound of my voice.
A minute later, she's handcuffed.
Where are you taking me? We're taking you to the car.
She's put in the back of that police cruiser that the officer had parked on the tracks during the stop.
Ma'am, what's going on? I'll tell you in a second. I'm so confused.
While Rios Gonzalez waits in the back, handcuffed, the officers return to search her vehicle. The train can be heard approaching.
So she could have tossed something back.
Tossed it out the window?
She could have, out that window back.
The train horn eventually catches the officer's attention. One officer looks back and runs. The cruiser is hit. Rios Gonzalez still handcuffed inside. The officers then call for help and rush to the car.
She noticed the train horn and the train whistle and started to struggle. She tried frantically to get the officers' attention.
The Colorado Bureau of Investigation tells ABC News it's looking into the actions of police. One Platteville Police Department officer is now on administrative leave.
When police take someone, we call it into custody. It's your charge to make sure that they're safe, and they failed.
And that was TJ Holmes reporting. Still to come here on the news at noon, Chelsea has a look at your 7-day forecast and the latest track of Hurricane Ian as it makes landfall. Back now with a lot of changes because of Hurricane Ian. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack has postponed today's hearing. It was set to reveal new information that's been uncovered since the last hearing on July 21st. A rescheduled date is expected to be announced soon. And the penalty trial for Parkland High School shooter Nicholas Cruz is now paused ahead of the hurricane. On Tuesday, prosecutors called 5 witnesses, including investigators from the Broward County Sheriff's Office and a forensic psychologist. The courthouse is closed today and Thursday. Trial set to resume Monday. Jurors are deciding whether to sentence Cruz to death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. And Disney World has canceled events and is closing theme parks with Ian. They'll be shut down tomorrow, too, with plans to reopen Friday. SeaWorld Orlando and Universal Orlando also announcing its theme parks will close both today and Thursday due to the hurricane.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
Yeah, another update for you on Hurricane Ian, a major, powerful Category 4 hurricane. Again, winds are sustained at 155 miles per hour. Category 5 hurricane has winds sustained at 157 miles per hour. So that just shows you how close we are to this being a Category 5 hurricane. A Category 4, it doesn't matter either way. You're getting those impacts across the state of Florida with record-breaking storm surge, rain, and winds. Winds are coming in already, gusting close to 100 miles per hour per parts of the Fort Myers area, around Fort Myers, Sanibel Island, Captiva, where that eye wall is starting to cross over land. The strongest parts of the storm around that eye wall happening over Captiva right now, over those islands just off of Fort Myers. The track of Ian is going to continue to move north-northeast very slowly. So right now that eye is just kind of hovering along the western coast of Florida, eventually going to turn to more northeast and easterly, and that is when landfall will happen sometime this afternoon. And as soon as it does begin to weaken a bit, but still at 8 o'clock tonight, the most recent forecast has Ian as a Category 3 major hurricane as well, significantly weakening as it crosses over Florida, but still major impacts across Florida, and then coming out on the other side of the peninsula as a tropical storm as we head into late Thursday and into early Friday. Now the track will continue to move up to the north and then make a northwest turn, making a landfall again as a tropical storm somewhere between Georgia and South Carolina, and then the remnants will continue to weaken as that storm moves farther inland and up north, where we may get some rain, but overall it would just kind of be scattered showers. By that point, it has really fallen apart. But right now there are hurricane warnings that go right across the peninsula of Florida, and now tropical storm warnings all the way up to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. So we are looking at an extended area, really the entire southeast portion of the United States being impacted by this major storm Ian. It is just so big and moving slowly right now, expected to gain some forward speed in the coming 24 hours. Block Island is nice and quiet. Again, you feel almost guilty talking about this nice long stretch of quiet weather that we have here in southern New England. You're seeing sunshine across the area today. Things are very calm. Temps are in the mid to upper 60s range, which is slightly cooler than yesterday, maybe about 5 degrees on average cooler than yesterday at this time, but still seasonable for this time of year. Our average high is about 70 degrees, and we hover right around there. For today, slightly cooler in the coming days, but overall nothing extreme. Breeze is about 5 to 15 miles per hour, not seeing as many gusts as we were the last couple of days, and you're seeing sunshine right now across the entire area. Now there's some clouds off to our east, some clouds and a few little spot showers up to our north and our west. It looks like this little front comes through relatively dry for us, but a few passing clouds expected through the afternoon and evening. Now as we head into tomorrow, you'll see partly sunny conditions. We may start to see some clouds from Ian that's way to our south filtering into the area. It is just that large of a system. You can see some rain just to our south as we head through late Friday. On Saturday, coastal locations, especially at night, may get clipped by a few isolated showers. What's left of Ian will continue to move farther inland, fall apart, and then we have a chance of some showers coming through with Ian into the early part of next week. Your 7-day forecast is going to show you partly sunny conditions today, tomorrow, Friday. A little bit cooler to close out the month of September. Highs in the mid to upper 60s range. Upper 60s on Saturday. Again, the slight chance of a few overnight showers, especially at the coastline. Another chance of the remnants of Ian coming our way into the early part of next week. Doreen?
All right, Chelsea, thank you. And of course, for the latest on Ian's track and impacts, check out our website, abc6.com. And still ahead here at noon, it was a bunch of hocus pocus on the purple carpet for this movie premiere. Hear what star Bette Midler had to say about filming in Rhode Island. And are you brave enough to stay in the Sanderson sisters' cottage? Details on this offering on Airbnb. Back now with your entertainment news, and the stars out in New York City last night for the premiere of Hocus Pocus 2. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathleen Najimy all on the purple carpet to show off the sequel to their 1993 classic. The trio back as the Sanderson sisters as the movie debuts on Disney Plus this Friday. Much of the movie was filmed right here in Rhode Island, from Lincoln to Newport to Providence, featuring lots of local spots and businesses standing in for Salem, Mass.
30 years later, it was a roller coaster, but I think it turned out great. So I'm very happy. It was a great experience. I got to experience Rhode Island. I'd never been. Love Rhode Island. Best seafood in the whole United States.
The sequel tells the story as the Sanderson sisters are accidentally brought back to modern-day Salem by 3 high school girls. Now they must find a way to prevent the child-hungry witches from bringing chaos on the world before dawn on Halloween. Start streaming on Friday. And now's your chance to rent the cottage from Hocus Pocus. Airbnb inviting guests to book a stay in a recreation of the famous haunt. Located in the remote woods of Salem, Mass, it is available for one night only, October 20th, for just 2 guests, $31 for the night. You can even try your hand at casting a spell from the sisters' spell book. Booking opens at 1 p.m. on October 12th. Still to come here on ABC6 News at noon, we're going to check back in with Chelsea for more on the forecast. Stay with us. When we think about everybody down in Florida, you feel almost guilty talking about how gorgeous our weather is here.
We have so many people that have homes down in Florida, have family in Florida, have vacation to Florida.
Right.
I mean, right now it's Sanibel Island, which I know off the
Right.
top of my head, 10 different people who have vacation down there, and that is where the eye wall is right now. The worst of the winds happening right now. Kind of the storm will continue to ride up along the coastline. We'll give you updates on social media and the website, of course. Jeff will be in this evening with all the updates for you. But like you said, for us here, our quiet weather persists. You'll see partly sunny conditions today, tomorrow, Friday. Temperatures a little bit cooler through the end of the month and the work week, mid to upper 60s. October this weekend, temps will stay in the mid to upper 60s.
All right, Chelsea, thank you. And thank you for joining us for the news at noon. The news continues first at 4. Have a great afternoon.